Welcome back, everybody, to another thrilling episode of Thrive Street Program with Coach 2Js. This is your host, Jeremy Jones, and today we're going to talk about knowing your abilities and matching your strategy accordingly, which I think is really important when it comes to CrossFit and just sort of metcon type of workouts and training, as well as how to do the workout. So what sort of strategies will work. So we got our warm up here, 2-minute row or air dyne or jump rope, and then we're going to do some other stuff, kettlebell type stuff, and then we finish with the barbell stuff. So as usual, if you guys can do this first portion, have them started on their own. Do maybe, just do one round of or one set of kettlebell swings, overhead squats, and suitcase carries, and then go get the barbells. Or if most of the people who came before class got through or already doing this stuff, you can just say, okay, let's everyone put that away, let's get our barbells and let's get started. Don't even do a whiteboard talk. Just go right to the barbell and do the straight leg deadlift, bent over row, hang muscle clean, back squat. Get them moving, get some information in their heads. Watch them move, make sure everyone's moving properly and there's no real issues. And then pick out your hip activation thing that you're going to do today, and then while they're stretching or doing mobility or whatever, you can say, okay, everybody, after this we're doing back squats, and just want to make sure we activate those hips, and you can talk about what the next thing is, and so you don't spend that huge chunk of time doing a whiteboard talk and losing people. It's better to slip those things in between each part of the class. Now we don't have a skill practice warm up today, and so we're going to go right into that 5x5 back squats. And so it's still fairly light, but it's going to be hard, right? When we're doing, especially if you're doing box squats, because remember with the box squats we want to see a 2 to 3 second descent, 2 to 3 seconds on the box, and then a 1 second up. So it should be I like to see a 3 second. So 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, and then up, without tipping forward. We want to see acceleration on the way up. You do that for 5 reps, you're going to be tired. That's going to feel like a metcon. So we want to spend a little extra time on here, so that not doing a skill practice warm-up is going to help with that. And we've got some pretty advanced movements here today, so we just want to make sure we take the time after the lift. We do want to finish up. If we want to finish up the hip mobility at 15 after 25 minutes on the squats, that's going to give us another 20 minutes to do to get set up for the metcon. So the metcon should take about 5 to 9 minutes. So even if you have to do waves or whatever because you don't have enough rowers, you should still have plenty of time to go over the movements and do a few waves. We did some handstand push-up skill work earlier this week, so that's going to help with people who did that. And again, people should only do handstand push-ups, especially kipping handstand push-ups in metcons, once they've established that they can do them in the skill practice warm-ups. And so again, I don't even want people to start learning kipping handstand push-ups until they can do 3 strict down to 1 ab mat. Maybe 2 ab mats, but 1 ab mat is preferred. But if they have really long arms, you might do 2 ab mats. But that's going to establish that base level of strength. The reason why kipping handstand push-ups are dangerous is that people will be so efficient at kipping that they will essentially go to failure, and they'll kick up and they'll just use a tiny bit of strength they had left in their arms, and when they come down for the next rep, their arms give out, or just they don't slow them down at all, and now they're just crashing down on their cervical spine. And I don't think it was by design. Our necks were not designed to be pogo sticks, so it's really a dangerous thing to do. So having people establish that, it also makes sure that people aren't trying to rush into them. Handstand push-ups in general, just have them work on the strict first. And like I said, they can do that in the skill practice warm-ups, and then they shouldn't even consider doing them in the metcons until they've established that. Now, we're going to do some goblet squats, so just use this was with a kettlebell. It doesn't say that here, but obviously the load should say that. If people want to use a dumbbell, that's fine as well. Now, what's interesting about this workout is you can break it up in any order desired. So that means you can start with the row, you could start with the handstand push-ups. It doesn't matter. We just got to get all this stuff done today. And what's also unique is that they can break this up. And so I mentioned this down here in the coaching tips. It could be 15, 15, 15, 300 meter row, 10, 10, 10. 200 meter row, right? It doesn't have to be all at once, or it could be 15 15 15, 500-meter row, 10 10 10, or whatever. So I give some different options here for how people might want to break it up. Now, if you don't have enough rowers, you may just require everybody or some people to do the row first, and then everyone else do the row last. That's another way to kind of split the class up into two groups, and it's still going to be the same workout. There's a slightly different stimulus there, but it's going to be close enough to what we're looking for today. It is just a short metcon. It's not required. If we're doing 30 minutes and there's lots of rounds, it might be different. But it's still going to be close enough. And so this goes back to the original context: is knowing your abilities and matching your strategy accordingly. So, instead of just saying like, oh, I don't want to think, so I'm just going to go as it's written, 25. That's not a good way to do this workout. If people know that they can do kipping handstand push-ups, but they have to break them up more, they may even go, 5 handstand push-ups, 25 goblet squats, 5 handstand push-ups, 25 chest to bars, 5 handstand push-ups, 500-meter row, 5 handstand push-ups, right? So that would be 5 sets of 5. So they would still get all their handstand push-ups in, but they never did more than 5 in any given set. And so understanding the strategy and understanding our in relation to our own abilities is going to help us get the best intensity from the workouts, but also the best stimulus, so that we're not stuck doing handstand push-ups and risking injuring our neck or getting frustrated and not getting that intensity that we want. So if people can do this on their own and they don't have to have a coach tell them every single time, it makes them a better athlete, a better member, a better human, right? So we want to educate them on how to read workouts and relate it back to where they're at. We don't do a lot of these sort of free pick and choose workouts very often, because we are looking for specific stimuluses to produce specific adaptations. So we want them to kind of operate within the framework and the scaling guides that we're giving them. But it's good to have these sort of free flow things. Gives people a little bit more sense of agency and freedom, and like I said, they can then adapt the workout to what's best for them. So they still get the right stimulus, but then they're also being safe. That was a lot of big words. So people should have fun with this one. Let me know how it goes, if people really liked it or not. I might incorporate a few more into the programming. But then again, if somebody messes up, if they don't do good on however they split it up, or they don't feel like they got a good level of intensity, we've got the bonus stuff here. So we've got some added cash out or hypertrophy things. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot, and thrive on.